The time comes when we shall redeem our pledge. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
Into the annals of history, one gets tremendously scared and stunned. The partition of 1947 and macabre that followed aftermath was extremely horrifying. With 200 years of colonial rule over the Indian subcontinent, in 1947 it divided into Hindu-majority India and Muslim-majority Pakistan. And the independence came with a price. According to an estimate, over 15 million people suffered exodus, while 1 million people suffered. India was a very diverse princely state. It has many of the princely states, micro-princely states with diverse religion. Hinduism and Islam as the major religions fall as prey of divide in rule by the British. India was soon divided into East Pakistan, West Pakistan, and India. The Muslim majority area, Kashmir, was left on its own in its misery. Hundreds of horrendous cases of rapes and shaming happened across the line. Let's hear the Zareena's story.
इज्जतें लुटी हैं, औरतों की इज्जतें लुटी हैं, सड़कों पे रेप हुआ.
But the horrors of partition have not brought any lessons. Minorities of both the countries are still suffering from pain, hunger, and atrocities, while radical governments on the both sides boast their tyranny. Partition was not a sweet apple for any of the people. There were rape, hegemony, and suppression, with hunger and Holocaust on both sides of the countries. Partition was like property dispute, and the biggest question was who gets what. Everything was distributed, including coins, books, typewriters, even bullock carts.
याद आता है कि आज़ाद हुए थे हम भी, लेकिन अफसोस के बर्बाद हुए थे हम भी.
Horrors of partition continue this legacy passively, especially to this day. Especially the conflict of territory of Jammu and Kashmir has been in talk.
हम लोगों को घर बार छोड़ना पड़ा, तब भी ना तो हमें ये एहसास था कि हम जा रहे हैं तो हमेशा के लिए जा रहे हैं, ना उन लोगों को जिनसे हम बिछड़ रहे थे उनको ये एहसास था कि ये लोग आज जा रहे हैं तो चले जाएंगे और फिर कभी इनसे मिलना नहीं हो सकेगा.
Jammu and Kashmir have been subjected to constant wars for territory. Both sides claim their territory asserting as their own ownership. But realize the reason to Holocaust of 237,000 killings of Muslims in Shahidi Chowk, Jammu, and over 20,000 killings and murder and the cold-blood murder of Hindus in districts like Mirpur, Rajouri, Poonch, and surroundings.
अब हरि सिंह को ऐसा लगा कि अगर जम्मू में डेमोग्राफिक, जैसे आपने कहा, डेमोग्राफिक चेंज हो जाए तो कम से कम वो हिंदू मेजॉरिटी हो जाएगा. उसका बॉर्डर पंजाब से लगता है तो पंजाब के साथ हमारे संबंध ये हो जाएंगे. तो उसके पीछे उनका एक वो मकसद था.
There were brutal massacre against Hindus of Mirpur, Rajouri, and Sialkot. Thousands of Hindus had to displace. They have to leave their homes and properties and belongings back there, and hundreds of Muslim women were raped and abducted, and hundreds of Hindu women were raped and abducted, and then approximately roughly 20,000 of Hindus were cold-bloodedly murdered in district Rajouri and Mirpur alone.
जहाँ तक जम्मू मैसेकर का सवाल है, उसमें तो मुख्य रूप से महाराजा हरि सिंह और हिंदू सांप्रदायिक ताकतों का मुख्य रूप से रोल था.
Now, let us hear the account of Zareena, who has first-handedly witnessed the atrocities of partition.
मेरा नाम जरीना परवीन है. मैं रियासत पटियाला में पैदा हुई 1935 में. जब तक पार्टीशन नहीं बना था तब तक ज़िंदगी अच्छी गुजर रही थी, बहुत अच्छी गुजर रही थी. अब उसके बाद तो फिर मुसीबतें ही मुसीबतें आई हैं.
She claims that her women from her family have been raped and they have seen a lot of hardships.
हमारे रिश्तेदार भी इधर उधर से सारे एक जगह इकट्ठे हो गए थे कि चलो एक ही जगह रहेंगे। उसके बाद खिड़की के नॉक हुई तो देखा कि सिख ही सिख सारे नंगी तलवारें लेके खड़े हैं सारे बाहर। अब सारे डर के मारे सहम गए। मेरी वालदा को, मेरी माँ को मेरे सामने तलवार मार के गर्दन के ऐसा की।
Survivor of partition present their account with teary eyes. Sohinder Nath really misses his village and his past life.
Life in that village was very good, and you start to miss all that. You start to think about what was it like over there. You start to dream about it. I still dream about it. And when I'm talking to you, the picture of my village is moving in my head. So that trauma with time has increased.
Accounts of Shameemuddin are very traumatizing, and he really pities the governments of both sides because he says that partition of such kind was not required and the public in general was never asked about their opinion.
हिजरत के बाद के जो यहाँ कशमकश रही है ज़िंदगी की, माशी, रिहायशी और मुलाजमतों की, इसकी उसकी रहने की सहने की जो कशमकश रही है, वो तो हमारी नस्ल से पूछिए कि हमने कितनी जद्दोजहद की है। लेकिन एक बात थी भाई, मैं बता दूं, पानी नहीं था हमारी बस्तियों में। लोग पागलों की तरह बाल्टियाँ लिए हुए इधर उधर से पानी लाते थे, लेकिन कोई शख्स ये नहीं कहता था कि पाकिस्तान क्यों बनाया, पाकिस्तान को नहीं बनना चाहिए था वो, बल्कि एक दूसरे को सहारा देते थे, कहते थे सब ठीक हो जाएगा, अभी नया नया बना है, सब पानी भी होगा, सब कुछ हो जाएगा, ठीक हो जाएगा, इत्मीनान।
Whereas Hira's longing for belonging makes us teary, and it makes us to ponder over his thoughts.
At the announcement of independence, we were all happy. But when we realized and underwent the consequences, it has been one big miserable story. Uprooting from a place to another place was horrible.
Shamsul Nisa from Udhampur has lost 8 male members from her family. They were beheaded, and women had to live on their own and have to suffer all those hardships without the male members of their family.
हमारे अपने घर के 10-8 नफर बेचारे शहीद हो गए, बाकी घर के घर तबाह हो गए। हर जगह किसी को वो रहने की जगह नहीं थी, एक ही जगह बंद कर दिया गया। बहुत सी अज़ाब हम सब पर नाज़िल हुए।
She calls the butchery macabre, the butchery incidents that she has witnessed. But along with all those atrocities and horrific memories of partition, there are also some sobbing memories of brotherhood during the partition. One amongst those memories are Akhtari Begum's memories, where she was saved by the Hindu community or Hindu people. She was saved and she was given another life.
मार काट हो रही है, ये नहीं होनी चाहिए। मिलजुल के रहें, पाकिस्तान भी और इंडिया वाले भी।
Such great message that she gives in her video encourages us to love and to leave back the hatred, to leave back all the religious biasness, and to leave back all our grudges, and to head toward a better nation across the borders, to head toward civility and to head toward peace.